Hi everyone, welcome to the lecture series of Principles of Compiler. Now we are discussing the parsing technique, how the parser works or how the parsing is done in compilers. So what is the significance of the parsing phase? In that every tokens that is get from the lexical analysis phase is checked whether it is syntactically correct or not. It is done by parsing. Worldwide, there are two types of parsing techniques. There are three types, but when it comes to the general approaches, it's only we are considering only two types of parsing, that is top-down parsing and bottom-up parsing. Okay, so as the name indicates, top-down parsing, we are parsing from the top and we do the specialization parsing, that is first whole the program is taken care of and then we are miniaturing or we are dividing it into, and then small tokens are being considered. But in bottom up parsing we are doing in the reverse order, that is here left to right we are doing there left to right, but parsing is done from the rightmost. Here leftmost it is done, scanning is done from the left to right and the derivation is done in the leftmost. Here in the bottom of parsing, that is yellow, the data is scanned from the left to right and derivation is done in the rightmost. Once again, in top-down parsing, every parsing the data is scanned from left to right. In top-down, leftmost derivation is done, and in bottom-up it is done rightmost derivation. Okay, now we are discussing in detail of top-down parsing. So to do a top-down parser or to do a top-down parsing, every grammar, that is grammar in parser phase is context-free grammar, that is CFG is considering we here. The CFG must have some peculiarities, that is first it does not contains left recursion. Left recursion must not be there. Okay, second it must not have left factoring. So to do a top-down parsing, two conditions must be satisfied, that it must not contain left recursion and it must not contain left factoring. If a grammar or if a CFG has left recursion, it must be eliminated before doing top-down parsing. Also, if it is contain left factoring, it is also must be eliminated before doing what top-down parsing. Okay, next we are going to discuss how to eliminate left recursion. I have already told that if left recursion is there, we must what eliminate. So before discussing the question, we can discuss what is a left recursion. Look at here this grammar, this and this is being repeated, that is in the LHS, and the production after this is being repeated, that is called what? Left recursion. For example, if a production is of the form A gives A alpha, this is called what? Left recursion. Okay, same variable, that is same non-terminal is being repeated in the LHS and the immediate production after the RHS, that is called what? Left recursion. This is an example for the right recursion. Look at here, the left side and the rightmost side is being repeated, that is called what? Right recursion. Okay, so this is left recursion, this is right recursion. In top-down parsing, we does not bother about the right recursion, we bothering about only what? Left recursion. So look at here, this production has left recursion, this production has left recursion. So this is the grammar given to be parsed. So this grammar to be parsed, look at here, two production has left recursion. So before doing top-down parsing, this left recursion must be what? Eliminated. Okay. So to eliminate left recursion, every left recursion grammar is of the form A gives what? A alpha or beta. Beta is any other symbol. Look at here, this can be what? Beta. So this is left recursion, and other terminal symbol or non-terminal symbol can be repeated, that is called what? Beta. So I am again writing here E gives what? E plus T or T, like here. So A is E, that is A is again here, alpha is what all symbols left after A, that is called what? Alpha. Okay, what all symbol left after A, that is called what? Alpha. And beta is what? Beta is after or, that is after A alpha or symbol, next remaining is called what? Beta. Beta is what? T. Okay, so we can remove, there is a rule to remove the left recursion, that is like this. If the production is of the form A gives A alpha or beta, then we removing it, we write the production or we rewrite the production as A gives beta A dash and A dash gives alpha A dash or epsilon. Okay, A dash is the replication of this. If A is given, A dash is writing. If E is given, we write a augmented grammar or imaginary grammar. We are imaginary non-terminal. We are inserting it to it. That is called what? E dash. So how we can write this? E gives E plus T or T. So A is E, isn't it? E gives what we can write? Beta A dash. Beta is T. T A is what? E, and A dash is called what? E dash. Okay, once again I will say A gives beta A dash. Beta here it is what? T, and A is here E, so A dash becomes what? E dash. Okay, next one we write what? E dash gives alpha is plus T, so plus T E dash or what? Epsilon. Okay, so this single grammar, when removed left recursion, it becomes what? 2 grammars. Okay, so how we can remove this? Look at here, how we can remove this? This is called what? Alpha. This is what? Beta, and this is what? This is A. Okay, this and this is A. So how we can remove this? A gives means T gives what? Beta A dash. F A dash means T dash. Okay, and next one T dash gives, that is A dash gives alpha means what? Star F T dash or what? Epsilon. Okay, look at this grammar. This is already has no left recursion, so write as it is. If there is left recursion, then only remove it, otherwise write as such. So once again I will say, if a grammar is in the form A gives A alpha or beta, we remove it as such. A gives what? Beta A dash, and A dash gives what? Alpha A dash or epsilon. Okay, so this is 2 grammars we are saying, but when we have more betas coming, so how it can look like? For example, A gives A alpha 1 or A alpha 2, beta 1 or beta 2, etc., beta n, and alpha, here also alpha n it is coming. Then how we can do? How we can do? That's the main problem, because A gives here only 1 time repeating, here n times repeating. How we can do? That's very simple. A gives, that is beta 1 A dash. How many betas are there? Write 1 by 1. Here only T. If there is another one G coming, we write what? We write T E dash, and also we write what? G E dash. Here we write or G E dash. If it comes, you have to write it with O. That is beta 2 A dash, etc. what? Beta n A dash we can write. Okay. Next, when you do A dash gives what? Alpha 1 A dash, etc. alpha n A dash or epsilon. So how many times it is repeated? You take the same rule. Here only 1 beta. If 2 betas are there, beta 1 A dash or beta 2 A dash. Here 1 alpha is there. If 2 alpha is there, alpha 1 A dash or alpha 2 A dash. That's simple. You must map accordingly. Okay, this is the first example for the left recursion. So we are now moving with the second example of the left recursion. Okay, look at here whether there is left recursion here. Yes, this has left recursion. Okay, this has left recursion, that is correct. But any other left recursion here? Yes, but it's not direct left recursion, it is indirect left recursion. Look at here, yes gives x, yes gives what? X, and x gives what? Yes, isn't it? So yes is deriving yes, that means what? Left recursion, that is called unit production. If unit production, or it is also called cycles, if cycle is there, you must what? Avoid it. So next we see how to avoid the cycle. Cycle means if yes, with one or more steps it derive yes itself, it is called what? Cycle. Yes means any non-terminal with one or more steps it derives yes itself, it is called what? Cycle. So look at here, to avoid cycle, yes gives x, x gives yes, isn't it? So look at here, when we draw the parse tree, yes gives x, isn't it? X gives yes. Okay, then yes yes derives what? Yes derives again x. I am looping it. Then x derives what? A. So ultimately if x moves to x, it will derive only what? A itself, isn't it? So what is the ultimate result of that? His x can get only what value? A. So we directly substitute to here. So yes gives AXB or yeses, isn't it? Here x value, x gives x, then s, then it gives only, it deriving only one terminal, that is a, that is a. X is capable of deriving one terminal, that is called a. So without going into the loop, directly substitute to here, that is avoiding cycles. If one or more steps it derive yes itself, to avoid cycles you must substitute what all values coming to it and put it into the grammar. So here x gives, here also left cycles, x gives yes, yes gives x. So what values is coming? If this is deriving this, the values are xb or ss will be coming, isn't it? So directly substitute there xb or ss or what? A. Okay, that's only to be removed. All with terminal and non-terminal combination, cycles can't be avoided because the cycle rule says that yes derives yes itself, that only can be avoided. Don't avoid this and this, don't avoid it, that is not said in the rule. In the rule it says that if a unit production means single production, derives single one same, then only what? Avoid it. So this is a grammar without what? Cycles. So to remove left recursion, look at here, this is having what? Left recursion. So here what is alpha? What is alpha? Here this s and s is coming, isn't it? So yes, single yes can be taken. So yes gives, okay, the rule was like this, a gives a alpha or beta. Then what you write? A gives beta a dash, and a dash gives what? Alpha a dash or epsilon. Okay, so this is beta, this is also another beta. So beta a dash means a s dash. Okay, that is beta. First we are taking beta 1, here it is beta 1, here it is beta 2, a s dash or xb s dash. Okay, then what? A dash gives, s dash gives what? S dash gives alpha. What is alpha here? Alpha here it is yes itself, isn't it? So yes, look at here, this, if we are removing this, this is what? This is yes itself, and this is what? Alpha. Don't take it two s's can't be clubbed into one. First we have to consider first s as a and second s as alpha. So yes, what? Alpha. Alpha is what? Yes, and a dash gives what? Yes dash or what? Epsilon. Okay, so look at here, there is no left recursion here because S dash, yes, S dash. Look at here, so don't consider 2S as one is S and other one is what? Alpha. So S dash gives yes, S is alpha, 1S is alpha and then what? A dash, okay, or epsilon. Next one, look at for X. X gives, this is what? This is the A alpha and these two are what? Beta. So yes, S dash, X dash or A X dash, then what? X dash gives what? B X dash or epsilon. Here it is alpha and this is what? A. Okay, so B X dash or epsilon. That's a very simple thing you have to keep in mind when you are removing elimination of left recursion. That is, whenever the grammar is of the form A gives A alpha, you must convert it into what? A gives beta A dash gives alpha A dash or epsilon. If this rule is in your mind, you will never go the problem with a wrong thing. Also take into consideration whether it has cycles or unit production. If it is the, you must eliminate with the direct substitution, then you will get the correct result. So thank you, see you in the next video.